Hi everyone, this is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and this is your weekly forecast for March 10th to the 16th, 2019. Now, originally you were going to receive this Monday afternoon, but my Mercury retrograde troubles continue over here, so please bear with me. I am having all kinds of trickster fun, so hopefully this is reaching you. March 10th opens our week this week with Mars sextiling Neptune. This energy puts action behind your dreams. This is the perfect time to reflect on what you really want and if the path you've chosen thus far still serves your ultimate goals. Your intuition is heightened and you're more alert and ready to act on the information you receive. This information is trying to point you toward a more enlightened plan than you have right now for manifesting your truth and purpose. It's also a good time to help others realize their dreams in a more tangible way. This energy is that of the volunteer, idealistic and committed to change. So, what I'm going to say is Mars rules who you are and what you want. Neptune is the vision, but it also rules Pisces, which is where Mercury is retrograde. So take it with a grain of salt. What I think this is better for than actually taking action and actually making decisions is to dig into the review of who you are and what you want and what the new vision that's trying to emerge or be born this spring, whatever that energy that is trying to kind of bubble up within you. Tune in and use March, April to do the review and to do any kind of completion, clearing out the past, making room so that you can initiate clean in the spring. And that was Sunday. Then it skips all the way to Wednesday, the 13th. Sun sextiles Pluto. So this is another opportunity to gain some traction. This is again pretty personal. The Sun is always personal for you. Pluto's transformation. This is a healthy, positive, transformative energy. You will have access to energy that will help you change your current circumstance for the better and or clear up an issue that has been challenging you for a while now. It's great for purifying, cleaning, and clearing your personal space as well as organizing your life in general. You may have to examine the big picture to see where an adjustment for the good of all involved is necessary. If you're not feeling up to working on outer issues, this also gives you the opportunity to do some introspective thinking and deep self-reflection. Superficial once-overs will not do when Pluto's involved. You must address the root cause for where you find yourself at this time in your life and decide if it's working for you or against you. Okay, so see here we have another activation that is about our transformative process right now. And so it also is supported by the Mercury retrograde. Also on the 13th, Sun is going to square off with Jupiter. Now this is more about our belief system and what we believe to be true or possible, and this is about bringing it down to size and getting a little more practical about it. Where have we overextended in some way or was going for a certain vision that just you can tell at this moment is not going to work out, okay? So Sun squaring Jupiter, this is a powerful energy, and with that comes the necessity of discernment. It provokes you to get lots of things accomplished, and that's a good thing. However, beware of taking on more than you can actually handle or maintain on your own. Having said that now, if you need the little push to get some things done, then this is just the energy for that. It carries with it the optimism necessary to allow you to go beyond your norm and stretch in new ways. Sometimes there can be a tendency towards self-righteousness with this energy, but try to make it more self-directed and you will benefit greatly. That means walk your talk, fully embody your truth, and walk by faith, trusting your own path. However, if you turn it on others, that self-righteousness, demanding that they believe what you believe, then you may run into some difficulties. Be open and receptive. Have a don't know or a beginner's mind because you never know what you may learn from another's perspective along the way that could really help you now or in the future. And so let me just say, despite Mercury retrograde messing with my technology, these things that are coming up in the forecast that are happening tomorrow, okay, so hopefully you're going to catch this on the 12th. is all really great energy for us to be doing some self-reflection, which is what the Mercury retrograde is good for. And in Pisces is doing that deep dive into your imagination to come up with a new dream, a new vision. And so it's either really tightening up the vision you've got, in which case it's still good to have this deep dive into the imaginative realms to put the final touches on it and to be really creative and artistic and brilliant and uniquely you know, whatever that energy may be that's trying to come through, and you're finishing up on projects, then do that. But if you're just starting out, this is more about dreaming up the new dream. You know, and this whole week is really good for it. And by the end of this forecast, I'm going to get into a couple of Mercury activations that will happen 3 times over. So on the 14th, which is Thursday, Mars trines Saturn. Okay, this is a blessing and a really good one between who you are and what you want and the reality that you're living, or the definitions that you're living at this moment. You know, we're really redefining our terms on many levels. So this is a delicious and potent combo. It is like a great father-son working on a project, that kind of energy. The son has all the muscle, energy, and enthusiasm, and the father is the brilliant, steady man who directs that energy and teaches in every moment. Internally, this is your inner authority, guiding your innate desire nature to the tangible results it so craves. Saturn brings the long-term goals to the table, and Mars's energy can fuel your efforts, creating amazing and long-lasting results. This energy enables you to focus longer, attend to the details, overcome obstacles, and get more tangible results of your actions. Normally, when these two get together, it is more of a tortoise and the hare energy, which can be frustrating for some. However, they are in an easy angle, and if there is any major project which needs your attention, now is the time you will likely be in the mood to tackle it, and you will be completely supported by this energy. So I love this. Mars is working with the vision and anchoring the reality with ease and grace. I love that. And so it bodes well if you're clear about who you are and what you want. That helps. Now we get to the first Mercury activation, also on the 14th, which is Thursday. Mercury retrograde conjunct the sun. So this is a new initiation. This happens every time Mercury retrogrades. It links up with the sun. And so this is a powerful time for us as individuals. Again, with it being very personal when it's Sun, Mercury, Mars, and Venus. Always personal and time to sort of turn inward. And that, again, is what's supported. So if outward is getting all blocked and crazy and complicated, then turn inward, pull back, do your review, take a time out. And with Pisces, it's best to get in nature, get in some water. If you're a water baby, all my mermaids, it's time. I'm playing with the mermaids all month. It's amazing. So, like I said, other things are working brilliantly. And I want to testify to the activations that are up this week, because it is absolutely up. It's not just me, but at least a dozen of us are in this zone of action and choices and things that are working, despite any kind of glitchy things that are happening along the way. So when Mercury links up with the sun like this energy will compel you to express yourself on many levels. Communication will be a focus. Just make sure it is reciprocated. What I mean is make sure that it is two-way communication and a positive exchange of ideas. As you initiate this new cycle of self-expression, you will have access to some powerful energy that can and probably will help you make a difference or an impression on others if you need to. This is a good time to travel if possible too. However, if not physically, then mentally through visualization or within your own area locally. Because if you explore a new direction, you are more likely to discover something new. This energy opens you up to a download of more information than usual, so pay attention. If you are solid and organized, you may even gain some much-deserved recognition from others that you have earned through your individual past efforts. I love it. Then on the 15th, which is Friday, Mercury retrograde is going to square off with Jupiter. So again, with the squares to Jupiter this week, is really asking us to dial in that big vision to what are the practical steps. That's part of it. It's also about challenging our belief system and asking us to expand in some way and to learn something new, or to at least apply what you've learned recently. And Mercury, of course, is part of that too. So this energy challenges you to integrate your smaller individual point of view with the larger vision for your life. On one hand, you can see the big picture in brand new ways, but on the other hand, you may not be very interested in the details that bring it about. This is another good one for expanding your consciousness, learning something new, and thinking outside the box. But as the insights come into your conscious awareness, be mindful of the steps that it will take to make your ideas a reality. This activation is also great for course corrections, where your ideas are concerned and will open you up to learning something new or bring in a crucial piece of information. Just keep in mind that you will have to stabilize anything you start and probably have to review some details down the road because of something you overlooked in your enthusiasm for the new truth being revealed at this time. Okay, so see how we're growing in our consciousness right now, and part of it is the retrograde working on us to shift our consciousness in some way, and some of it also has to do with telling a new story and expressing your new truth. What have you learned? There are things that are true now that were not true a year ago or 12 years ago. Think about Jupiter in Sag. The one time it's in Sag is a pretty big deal. So it's squaring off with this Pisces energy. That's water and fire. And Mercury retrograde. Let me also say before I let you go, on the 14th, this Mercury retrograde conjuncting the Sun, that only happens that one time. But on the 15th, when Mercury retrograde squares Jupiter, this is number 2 of 3. So it happened on February 22nd. It's happening this week on March 15th, and the final pass will be April 11th. So the thing to keep in mind with this is think about February, March, April, and whatever the common theme is around you and your ideas, thoughts, and concepts, and your truth and story, kind of the larger picture of your life and the timeline and where you're at with your story at this time and what kind of story do you want to tell going forward. After we get out of this review and once spring is really underway and we're heading towards summer, you're going to be able to make some of the choices that are just becoming clear now. And the time you can take and dedicate to, let's say, addressing this and giving yourself some time with your active imagination and talking to your guides and your support system, invisible and visible, and pulling that all in, the better you'll be on the other side of this retrograde too. But think of it as in terms of a theme. Try to bring it into the present moment as well. Think February, like I said, March and April, and how there might be a common thread moving through. So here on the 16th, which is Saturday, Mercury retrograde is going to sextile Pluto. So that's an opportunity for transformation that's also happening 3 times over. February 23rd, this week March 16th, and then the final pass will be April 10th. So that's working with Pluto, and this is when we go a little deeper and see how this week is so supported for so many things where we're getting clear about who we are and what we want and the ideas that we want to cultivate and nurture into existence. So this is the last activation for the week. This energy provokes the need to delve deeper into the ideas or information being presented at this time, whether personal or professional. You will want to dig deeper, ask the harder questions, and gather insights that are more profound than usual. In your professional public life, you may find yourself doing better on proper pre-planning and due diligence. And in your personal private life, you may find yourself digging a little deeper into your own mental patterns and personal history, whatever has led to now. As you make these connections and begin to grasp these new insights, they will gain traction and you will become more grounded in your own truth. We all get excited about those kind of aha moments, and you may find yourself wanting to share them with others who may or may not actually be ready to hear such deep truths or have the conscious awareness to even process them. So use some discernment around who and when you share these newfound insights. And I would just venture further to say that, like I said, it's very personal, very individual. And there's no need to discuss any of the dreams and visions and the things that you're up to right now until you're really ready to launch and until you're really ready to actually do it. So my final note here is I've definitely had my share of Mercury retro moments, and that was before I even got to this video. But I've also seen glimpses of its infinite creativity and access to new aspects of my own imagination that are definitely being awakened for perhaps the first time ever, I don't know, but certainly in a very long time. This is an incredibly good energy for mystical, magical self-work. So if you need or want a reading, please reach out, Kelly at karmictools.com. And meantime, Shanta and I are setting up our equinox celebration for Thursday, March 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. Stay tuned for details on that. And remember that this includes the Libra super full moon, which falls on equinox this year too. Also, the next Venus Circle call is scheduled for Thursday, March 28th at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. And that theme will be Pisces and the Heart Chakra release. If you would like to join us for that too, drop-ins are welcome. Don't forget about your Venus activations. It's like getting your own monthly horoscope that is solely focused on your personal values and priorities around your relationships and finances specifically. And I'm cooking up a special offer where you can get 3 months for $25. They're usually $10 a month. So if you would like to try it out for just 3 months and see how it goes, that would be awesome too. All right, have a wonderful week and good luck with Mercury retrograde. And I think I'll start working on next week's now so I can get ahead of the curve. But hopefully you can also join us on Equinox. That'll be a lot of fun. That's always good when Shanta and I get together and bring both our circles together and expand. So please join us and celebrate spring. Yay! Thanks for listening. This is Kelly M. Beard of KarmicTools.com, and I'm so grateful for your time, energy, and support. Please share this with those you think would resonate and reach out if and when you need to. Kelly at KarmicTools.com, or you can reach me through my contact page on the website. The goal of my weekly forecast is to alert you to the energies and activations that we're all experiencing and the possibilities for conscious co-creation as an individual. Awareness of the energies is the first key, but I invite you to take it to the next level by checking out my readings, telecircles, or subscriptions, which are all geared toward individual support that helps you understand your own unique blueprint. My specialty is cycles and patterns, and I love helping people figure out their own within the context of the social and collective rhythm. To some, working with their own cycles and patterns is a completely new and foreign concept, but there are many planetary cycles that coincide with natural life cycles that allow us to co-create in mystical as well as practical ways. I create custom tools that I have tried and tested myself for over 30 years, and I do the work alongside my circle every time. So I hope you will reach out if you feel called to dive deeper into your own soul's natural rhythm. Talk to you soon. Namaste.